What's up, gang? This is your man, Real Deal, Steele, coming to you live for a special Doge After Dark Insomnia Edition, After Hours Edition, as it were. I was kind of winding down, and then I was working on tomorrow's show. We got another great show coming in tomorrow, by the way, for Steele Live, with Coco Chanel Adair, who is just lovely, and then Pika Doge. Pika Doge is coming in, so that should be pretty hilarious. So Pika Doge and Coco Chanel Adair. What is up? The Chill Auricular Theater. Lee, welcome. Hamada, welcome. Truckin' All Day, welcome. Evie, welcome. Zaxi, Ariel, of course. Matthew, Silverback. Hector the Dude, Marcus from Germany, welcome. And the list goes on and the list goes on. Welcome, my fellow night owls, or those of you who live across the pond, who are at a different time zone than we are. Maybe you're just waking up, or it's even around lunchtime where you are. Welcome, guys. Of course, please hit that like button. Smash that like button like you'd smash your childhood celebrity crush. Takes a split second of your time. It doesn't cost you a dime. It's honestly the number one thing you can do to help a newer, emerging channel like this get even more on the move. And memberships are now available, guys. Memberships are now available. Just hit the join button, and I got 3 different memberships available. Membership options available. And I can see by the green on the scene, some of you definitely know what I mean. So, and then if you feel compelled to super chat all throughout this broadcast, that's obviously hugely appreciated for my time and efforts. And I love seeing the membership Steven Steele emojis up in the chat. I love it. You know what? I love it. Imperial Beats, welcome, my man. Good to see you. Must be nice to have gotten sleep, Steele, huh? I haven't really slept tonight. I was starting to get in the mode, and then I just got to thinking, and people were hitting me up about all this drama. And then I had this dark chocolate bar, which I shouldn't have had this late. And it was a really big, dark chocolate bar. I'm already sensitive to caffeine. And so all of a sudden, that dark chocolate bar just hit me like a bing. Now here I am. And I was like, oh, man. Now your man's got to do Doge After Dark. He's got to do After Hours. He's got to do it now. I'm going to be up. I'm going to be wired regardless till 6 a.m. You might as well get on and be with the fam. Might as well get on and crank another one out for the crew, for the community. Doing it for the team, guys. Doing it for the team. So here we are. Face to face. Great to see you guys. Zaxi. What a cool first name. I don't know if that's your real first name or not, but I like it. I like the sound of Zaxi, because it sounds like saxophone and Zaxxon and sexy all in one name. Zaxi. And you have to say it like that. Zaxi. Hi there. I'm Zaxi. Zaxi Shimshwa. Zaxi Shimshwa. Ooh, yeah. Hey there. I'm Zaxi Shimshwa. Jonathan Marino. Doge After Dark is where it's at. You know it, my friend. You know it. Yep, I'm laying here pretty wired on the caffeine I accumulated from dark chocolate. Yes, Zaxby's, somebody says. Zaxby's. Smash TV emoji coming. Smash the like button. Truckin' All Day gets the reference to one of my emojis, a very astute historical video game reference from the late 80s, Smash TV, which is actually a video game loosely based off of the vibe and concept from the science fiction adventure film starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Running Man. And that's where I love it comes from. And that's why I love saying it. I love the way it sounds. In fact, I might make t-shirts or stickers that say, I love it, just spelled in the way that I spell it in the emojis. E-Y-Y-Y-E. Love it. Bringing the late night energy, says Infinite Mind Media. Yes. Let me tell you something, folks. I am grateful for this community. I am grateful for what's going on here. I am grateful for what we are building here. Because there's a lot of stuff going on that's being built right now that's not so good. I gotta admit, it's not so good. It's not so positive. It's not that fun. And I've been noticing it's the same short list of a rotating cast of people causing all the problems. It's the same short list of people. They keep turning up. Imagine that. And they all found each other. Imagine that. And now they're all causing problems together. Imagine that. Imagine that, folks. Yes. Well, it's great to see you guys. We are holding on. We're holding on right at the 30-cent mark, guys. Could be worse. Could be a lot worse. I'd be surprised if it dips anywhere below 29.5. That would actually really surprise me. I don't see it going anywhere below that personally. So, but it is good to see you guys. Mark Lance, hey Stephen, hope all is well with you and your health. I will be listening for the next hour or so. Awesome. I appreciate the well wishes, Mark. And good to see you, my friend. Chillaricular says, from Washington, D.C. to Portland, Oregon. Save me the rest of the drive. Anyone in the Heartland area want to buy a 1997 Sensa for parts? So, Chill, are you in the middle of that trip right now, or of a move from D.C. to Portland, Oregon? Is that what you're telling me? Like, as we speak? Community is grateful to have Steven Steele. Awesome. Thank you so much for that £5 super chat, my German friend, Marcus. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Appreciate your support. I love it. Not going to lie, Steven Steele on the chart. It feels like when we were chilling at the 5-cent mark, and I love it. Yes. Oh, yes, guys. You know what I'm doing on Twitter from now on? I've already started. I block. It makes things so much easier. These petty ankle biters. That's all they are, folks. People that are trying to start problems where there's no problems. They're making mountains out of molehills. If you want, you can microanalyze any social dynamic. Because humans are flawed creatures. You can analyze any social dynamic and pick it apart and make mountains out of molehills out of any interaction. If you want to, if you are that type of person that you feel the need to do that, if you are the type of person that has a desire to waste your time with that sort of thing and to stir up trouble, stir up drama where there's no drama. And right now we are seeing just that. We're seeing a small group of people start a lot of drama, start a lot of problems, or at least attempting to. They're attempting to. I don't think that they will be successful at all. In the large scheme of things, they will be squashed. They will be easily just sidestepped. deep breaths, guys, right? Sometimes you just got to do this. Ready? Let's do it together. In, exhale. Though I think the slow exhalation is even more relaxing. So when you inhale, slow exhalation. That's actually more relaxing. Yes, it's more relaxing. See, we do a few deep breathing exercises on the after hours and Doge After Dark after hours. That's complimentary, guys. That's complimentary. Oh, yeah. Bitcoin is up, self-implosion, while Dogecoin will climb to 2 and number 1. I was talking about this earlier tonight, guys. I was talking about this possibility earlier in the evening. And what was I saying? Vitalik Buterin himself, the predominant creator of Ethereum. What did this brilliant young man say? When asked on a 3-hour tour, a 3-hour podcast, what did he say? I'll tell you what he said. He was asked, where do you see the future top cryptocurrencies in order? And before he even mentioned Ethereum, before he even mentioned the Doge. No, before he mentioned Ethereum and before he mentioned BTC. That's what I meant to say. Cut me some slack, guys. It's the after hours. Before he mentioned either of those, he mentioned the Doge. And what did this man say? What did he say? He said this, guys. He said, well, I see Dogecoin at number 3 at least, if not number 2. If not number 2. Now, why would Mr. Buterin say about Dogecoin if not number 2? Why would he say that, folks? I'll tell you why he said it. He said it because he knows he has plans to ascend Ethereum to take over that number 1 spot with designs for Dogecoin to sit at number 2, BTC down to 3. 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 What do we want to see? BTC down to 3. That's why he said that, folks. That's why he said it. Why else would he say that? Why would he say that, guys? We know why. And that's why I keep talking about this Ethereum Dogecoin pairing, folks. It's going to be more epic than anything else happening in crypto. More epic than anything else happening in crypto. I can't state this enough, folks. I just can't state it enough. It's absolutely wild. Sorry if the stream is cutting out a little bit. Sorry if it's lagging a little bit. I have great news, though. My internet appointment, who didn't freaking show up today, which really bummed me out and frustrated me. They rescheduled for today, late afternoon. So my internet should be finally sorted and much stronger tomorrow, gang. So I cannot wait. It can't happen soon enough. I got about 20 of you guys watching now. I'm going to need you to wake up. I'm going to need you guys to participate more in chat. I know you got it. I know you got the energy. I know you got the zest. I know you got it, folks. So I really feel that the biggest story shaping up in crypto at this moment is the pairing between the Doge and Ethereum. It's going to be absolutely wild, and I think that is going to be the primary catalyst for the great reshuffling, for the end of Bitcoin dominance. I think there's a very high probability of this, guys. Will the guys just shake hands and make up? We can't be divided now. That is entirely up to them. That is entirely up to them. I really don't know what to say to people who literally have Dogecoin in their Twitter names, in their Twitter bios. Some of them with big followings. And they open Twitter Spaces. They open Twitter Spaces to attack the founder of Dogecoin. YouTube is cutting Steele. Oh, great. Oh, great. I do see that, guys. I do see that. This is frustrating. This is frustrating. I'm not sure if it's anything that can be remedied at this time. I could restart my computer and see if that helps. I could restart it and see if it helps. It's clear YouTube likes BTC. They keep making the best Doge shows around leg. You're not the first person to say that, surprisingly. Anonymous Maxie's hijacking your internet. They're jamming the signal. This should help it, guys. If it starts lagging again, I'll stop. New internet coming tomorrow. New internet coming tomorrow at 6 p.m. So, new internet coming tomorrow at 6 p.m. And then a heck of a show coming to you guys at 9:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. It'll be your man, Steele, Coco Chanel Adair, the lovely Coco Chanel Adair. She'll be with us. And then Pika Doge, making his first appearance. On here will be Pika Doge. And guys, if you missed the show that came on earlier, it was awesome. We had the one and only Doge Boy on here. Come on, guys. How much more can your man bring you? How much more great content can I bring you? I had Doge Boy on here, and we did over an hour-long interview with Doge Boy. I did an over an hour-long interview with Doge Boy. Aussie Sam was on here too to help fill things out. She did a lovely job. So if you haven't seen that, go back and make sure you check that out if you haven't seen it yet. When I'm not streaming here, I think you'll really dig it. I thought that Doge Boy was a great guest. He was very animated. He was very upbeat. He's very thankful for the opportunity and everything else. He was just great. And we got into an in-depth interview. I asked the kid a lot of questions, and we got a lot of interesting answers, and it was amazing. It was amazing. Guys, Infinite Mind Media is right. So when people are saying, can't we just get along? I would love to. But you need to understand that tonight, and I don't do Twitter Spaces anymore. I don't do them anymore. I think I'll do one maybe once in a while. I'll be open to one. I actually did one with Upshot when my channel wasn't working here. But we just limited it to just Upshot and I speaking. So we kept the focus. We kept the focus. But, ladies and gentlemen, I was informed of it by several people that tonight there was a very large Twitter space with a guy that's using his platform, a guy that's caused trouble with me in the past and has since apologized to me for causing that trouble and admitting he was wrong, only to start problems again and platform hate again. So they started this Twitter space that ended up being full of 300 or 400 people, and they proceeded to talk smack about me, talk smack about Liv from Ass Token, talk smack about Billy Marcus, the creator of Dogecoin, talk smack about one of the lead Dogecoin developers, Nick Papa Dojo from Quebec, who we just had here on the show last week. Come on. And now Billy has been getting so discouraged, he's thinking about walking away from Twitter, walking away from Doge, from involving himself in it anymore. Guys, I'm not going to let a small group of idiots hijack this movement and put down the best people, some of the best people involved in this whole thing. I'm not going to do it. Billy Marcus is a dear friend of mine. I don't think we could have been blessed with a better creator for this cryptocurrency. He's humble. He's gracious. He's funny. He's good-spirited. He's a good man. He's a good person. And he doesn't deserve what these few people are trying to do to him right now. He doesn't deserve it at all. These people owe Billy Marcus an apology. They owe Papa Dojo an apology. They owe Liv an apology. I really don't care if they issue me an apology. I don't care. I really don't care about that. But guys, I'm just telling you, please be mindful. When you go into these Twitter spaces now that have anything marked Dogecoin, just please be mindful. Please be careful. Please be careful. Just please exercise critical thinking and just stay aware. You all are smart people. I know you are. But I just think a lot of what's going on in these Twitter spaces lately is not good. It's not healthy. I do not see the upside to it. And that's why I've pulled back from using that sort of venue significantly. And, just please, we need to stay positive. We need to keep the Dogementum. Anytime you get a movement that gets to be as large as Dogecoin, I don't even think what's happening right now is super specific to just Dogecoin. I think anytime you get a movement this big, you get these sorts of problems. You get people trying to tear other people down within the movement and try to vie for power because that's the way they're thinking, even though others are not. And I'm not going to put up with it. Nick came into the space. Someone asked Nick to step down. I haven't even talked to Nick about it yet. I'm sure I'll hear about it, though. Zaxi blames it on the solar flares. And the sun acting up. Heck, you could... Who knows? You could be right. You could be right. But these folks, they're just acting in very disgusting ways. I just don't know how else to put it. Literally, guys, I'm encouraging you. I'm encouraging you guys to take a break from Twitter Spaces. I'm encouraging you to boycott Twitter Spaces. I really am. They've done nothing since those Twitter Spaces came about. They've been nothing but harmful to the Doge community. I wish they would just eliminate them tomorrow. I really do. Wish they would eliminate them tomorrow. It'd be the healthiest thing they could possibly do for the Dogecoin scene. Imagine, Marcus, thank you for your £5 super chat. Imagine the new currency global, Doge for all, up to 100 USD dallies, and Ethereum for everything above, like real estate, cars. What a legacy to Billy Marcus. I agree. I could totally see it, Marcus. I think Doge up to $100 would take a really long time. I don't know if it ever quite get to 100, but who knows? Who knows? I'm not saying it can't happen, but I certainly think it's possible for Bitcoin dominance I certainly think it's possible that we are seeing the very beginning stages of the end for Bitcoin dominance, to the point that over time we could see Ethereum slide into that number 1 spot and Dogecoin be number 3, Bitcoin to be number 2. And then we could, especially with the pairing, we could see another transference of power where Dogecoin slides up to the number 2 spot and BTC down to 3. BTC down to 3. Yeah, I think from what I've seen, the Dogecoin Reddit community seem to be a lot more positive than what's going on in some of the sectors of Twitter. And what's interesting, guys, I'm actually getting some information that could be very interesting that could explain a lot of the division going on here. I'm waiting to verify it more, but I did get some information from some reliable sources that there could be some plant activity, put it that way. But I need to confirm it more. I've gotten some information from a very reliable source, but I'll keep you guys posted. Scary word, tunnel vision. What is going on? Matthew says, I've been boycotting them for almost a month now. I love it. That a boy. All right. Fear the Doge. What's up, Doge, sir? Doge. If you say Doge, sir, quickly, it sounds like Dozier. Facts. F-A-X, ladies and gentlemen. F-A-X. Those are the facts. Did you guys hear about this Shiba Inu NFT that sold for $4 million? Yes, $4 million. And what was that NFT, you might ask? It was the original picture of the first Shiba Inu iconic meme picture is based off of. And the owner of that picture and that dog is located in Japan. She's a kindergarten teacher in Japan, and she put it up for sale as an NFT, and it sold for not 1, not 2, not 3, but $4 million. $4 million. Some wild stuff. So That's interesting. I don't think that kindergarten teacher's going to work anymore. If I was a teacher and I all of a sudden made $4 million on an NFT, I don't know if I'd go back to work, guys. I don't know if I'd go back to work. I probably would not. I probably wouldn't go back to work. I probably wouldn't go back to teaching in kindergarten. I'd have to really love teaching kindergarten in order to show up there after making $4 million on an NFT. You know, you might close it out with some notice for the kids, you know, so they don't have like a quick separation anxiety with the teacher. So that's what I would do, okay? I would give like a month's notice. I'd give it like a month's notice so they had plenty of time to find an adequate replacement, and I could kind of wean the students off of my presence and then start globetrotting around the world and being a jet setter with $4 million. When Jack Dorsey speaks at the Bitcoin conference, it says it all. Yeah, Matt Wallace was wondering why he wasn't verified yet, why he can't get verified. I'm like, well, dude, the owner of Twitter is a Bitcoin maxi. That might have something to do with it. Why has something to do with it? Might have something to do with it, guys. Much wow, yes indeed. Vacation time, woohoo. I'd start my own damn kindergarten, Zaxi said. Did you see the picture of Vitalik with that dog? Yes, so, and that was another revealing piece of information in that interview, right? So Vitalik revealed that he traveled all the way to Japan to meet the original Shiba Inu meme dog that Dogecoin is based off of. That is wild, my friends. That is a wild fun fact. Vitalik Buterin is a huge Dogecoin fan, unlike his former business partner, Charles Hoskinson, who now, instead of running Ethereum, is running ADA Cardano. It's hard to believe that Charles Hoskinson and Vitalik Buterin worked side by side at one point, but they did. They did. And one took one trajectory, and another one took quite a riskier one, but a more amusing one. Japanese are built different. She will keep her low salary job with $4 million in the bank. You could be right there, actually. You could be right. You could be right. It might. I thought it was a Doge NFT that sold for 4 million. ETH. Yeah, it could. Mr. Dominguez, that could be true. It could have sold for, no, 4 million ETH. That would be an insane amount of money. No way. No way. No way it was sold for 4 million Ethereum. Just one Ethereum right now is worth a little over $2,300, my friend. Nobody's got that much money. So 2,300 times 4 million would be, let's see, 2,500 times, sorry, 2,500 times 4 million would be, I can't even process it. My calculator just flipped out. My calculator says 1 lowercase e 1 0. Now I could see someone paying 4 million Doge. That would make more sense. At 30 cents right now, yeah, about 31 cents. I could see someone paying 4 million Doge for it. That would make sense to me. But not a coin that's currently worth $2,300 each. Yes. And now I am going to give you guys a few Stephen Wright quotes. My favorite comedian, king of dry humor. And I will be bestowing you with a few of my favorite Stephen Wright quotes. I was walking down the street wearing glasses when the prescription ran out. Right now, I'm having amnesia and deja vu at the same time. I think I've forgotten this before. I went to a general store, but they wouldn't let me buy anything specific. Someone asked me, if I were stranded on a desert island, what book would I bring? I answered, How to Build a Boat. For my birthday, I got a humidifier and a dehumidifier. I put them in the same room and let them fight it out. In Vegas, I got in a long argument with the man at the roulette wheel over what I considered to be an odd number. And now I'll give you one more, guys. I had to stop driving my car for a while. The tires got really dizzy. There you go, folks. There you go. Just a slew of Stephen Wright one-liners for you guys. Just a slew of them for you. Infinite Mind says, we are not Dogecoin maxis, but the folks in that Twitter space tonight were. From what I gathered and what I heard, that does seem to be the case. Liminal says, part of decentralization is a healthy crypto market. Old shibes know this. There's room for more than one crypto. It's necessary, actually. 100% agreed. Everybody knows that I'm most bullish on the Doge, hands down. a defender of the Doge day and night, baby. You know, girl, you know this is true. Girl, you know it's true. But I also support other coins, mostly serious coins on the top 50. But I also support a few funny, lighthearted BSC token projects. And I've made no bones about that. I've made no confusion about that. I couldn't have explained this any clearer for people. I am good friends with Liv, who owns and runs and is the creator of Ass Token. Anybody that knows me or is a regular listener of mine knows that I've explained several times that I don't care if you guys buy Ass Token or not. I don't care. That's not what I'm here to do. Liv and I, we vibe as friends. We get along. I like hanging out with her. I like having her on the show. I like her as a person, therefore I'm interested in her project. I think it has potential, but I've never said that you're going to make a lot of money if you invest in Ass. But I said it has potential because of Liv, and I think it's a fun project. And it's not comparable to Dogecoin. It's different in terms of utility. It's totally different. One is a BSC token. One is an actual coin, a cryptocurrency. An actual currency that is meant to get used in an everyday retail space. And one is just a lighthearted project that's more of like a lifestyle brand. I don't know how either willfully nefarious or stupid you have to be to not understand this. I don't think, guys, I could have laid this out any clearer and any more transparency in plain English than I already have. So at that point, if people are still attacking you over this kind of stuff, you just got to walk away. You just got to walk away. Do you know something about the Doge Convention 22, which Jenny Cuta is talking on Twitter about? Stephen, maybe you invite her to talk. Who is Jenny? I don't know a lot about her. I just know that she's had some things to say about me lately. And she is the one that asked a longtime Dogecoin dev to step down. I also think it's interesting, and I don't know if she's still employed by them, but I was given some information. I'm just going to stay quiet about it. I'm going to stay quiet about it for right now. I'm just going to err on the side of caution. But, Marcus, thank you for your £5 super chat. Thank you for that. Appreciate the support. Guys, I think we need to be very cautious. It's my humble opinion that we need to be very cautious about supporting any sort of Doge convention, Doge festival at this time. I think the most important thing we can do is keep concentrating on growing our online community, staying positive, getting more new investors in that way. Especially since the Doge community seems to be kind of divided with a few different national events among some small circles that are trying to do different things. I don't see, I'm just being real, I don't see how this consequentially can turn into a super successful turnout, especially coming off the backs of a pandemic. So we're facing unique challenges that way as well. I'm just a bit skeptical and cautious about supporting a Dogecoin conference or a Dogecoin festival at this time for those reasons. Yes. But we're going into tomorrow. Well, today is technically Saturday. And then guess what's after Saturday, guys? Sunday. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that exciting? Restock coming up. Chill Auricular literally traveling across the country right now, moving from DC to Portland while streaming Doge After Dark after hours. Sir, you are a trooper. You're a trooper. Hats off to you. Hats off to you. And I hope your new destination will be better than your last. How about them apples? I hope your new destination is more pleasant than your last. You guys, Dogecoin doesn't have a CEO. Dogecoin doesn't have a CEO for a reason. It's decentralized for a reason. We like it that way. It helps avoid pitfalls like the ones that are trying to be set before us. Don't fall for the trap. There isn't supposed to be a CEO. And different people, jogging to take the Dogecoin movement over and subvert it for their own purposes and etc. That's not what this is about. It's never what this is about. I've never had a desire to be the leader of Dogecoin. I have no desire to be the leader of Dogecoin. And I think you guys should be very skeptical of anybody who is trying to be that. The closest person to the figurehead of Dogecoin should be Billy Marcus, because he created it. He created it. And that's it. That's that. And I see with these Doge conventions, and sometimes people behind these events, they're jockeying for influence and kind of a centralization of influence over Dogecoin. Guys, this is not the way. Plus, it's too soon. It's too soon. It's just not the time yet. And you know how absolutely dishonest the media is, the mainstream media, the corporate media. I think they would only use an event like this to leverage it against Dogecoin, not for it. I think it would be a trap. Don't fall for the trap. Don't fall for it. Marcus, thank you for your $5 super chat. Thank you, Marcus. Steven, forget my question. Didn't want to cause you a headache. I got you. Thank you, Marcus. No worries, man. No worries, my German friend. Nonstop Steele fuel. I got you, Chill Regular. I got your fuel all the way to Portland, baby. All the way to Portland. Liminal says no kings. That's right, baby. That's right, baby. All the time, baby. That's right. No kings, guys. No kings. No CEO. We need to get back to the fundamentals of Doge. We need to get back to the fun. We need to get back to the positivity. We need to get back to the lighthearted team mentality. Jessica M coming in. Hi, Sheebs. I'm glad there are some people here. Welcome, Jessica. I know it's an unconventional late hour, and I'd like to welcome you, Jessica. Glad you found the space. If you've never been here before, I think you have, but if you haven't, subscribe, stick around, join the community. But yeah. But, you know, we've got a lot to look forward to, guys. We just need to make sure we go about things in a wise way. In a wise way. I hope this was just a bad day for everyone. Moves on. I'm saying, hey, Mark. Good to see you, Mark. I'm saying whether it was just today or if it continues, guys, these people that are speaking this way, they're speaking disparagingly about the founder, creator of Dogecoin. A wonderful guy, a great guy, a beautiful guy. Do not listen to these people. Do not patronize their spaces. Do not even be a listener. Just boycott it. Boycott these toxic Twitter spaces. Boycott them. Tune them out. Tune them out. Let's minimize their influence down to nil. Because that's exactly where they belong. Down to nil. Nil. That's where they belong, folks. Market is down again, so what's the unpleasant question? Are we in a bear market? Not quite, but we could be headed for it pretty soon, but I don't think we're quite there yet. Not financial fried rice, as my friend Crypto Batman would say. That is correct. Chill theater, yes. Not financial advice, just financial fried rice. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. It's good to see each and every one of you, even though I'm just freestyling here with content. that's what it's about. It's about community. It's just about hanging out sometimes, and maybe talking a little Doge, watching a little bit of the chart, and just hanging out. You know, none of us can sleep. We're all on unconventional schedules unless you're from across the pond. And, you know, we come together and it's not nearly as bad, is it? It makes life a little bit better, doesn't it? And that is what community is about. That is what the Steele live community is about. So if you got any questions for me, guys, you can go ahead and ask them. They don't even have to be crypto related. Just fire away, guys. Did anybody see any of this footage of the Tesla Plaid vehicles at the free ride events that they're giving? It's so cool looking. It's so wild looking. It's intense, folks. It's really intense. You guys know something. When I make love in a forest, it's really intense. I love corny jokes. I like puns and dad jokes. Any one of those things I quite enjoy. Or even a combo of those things I really enjoy. Because people are like Dogecoin Puritans. Yeah, there's a certain segment within Dogecoin now that are becoming fanatical. But I'm getting some information that one of those people that have been stirring the pot may be working for a company that has been hired to stir the pot. And I'm investigating that right now. And if you think the kind of stuff is only for the movies and only for books, you would be wrong, because this is actually stuff that really happens. So we'll see. But right now, so far things look pretty interesting that way. I hope you and BitBoy hug and make up. I like you both. I don't think BitBoy probably doesn't even know who I am, bro. I'm like the tiniest content creator to BitBoy. BitBoy Crypto is the largest crypto-related content creator on the internet. I'm sure he doesn't even know I exist. He might know I exist, maybe. So, you know, BitBoy Crypto came out full-throated against Elon Musk, saying he was terrible for crypto, and he was calling for an Elon boycott for people to block and unfollow Elon and all this sort of thing, and accused Elon of being a very unscrupulous, terrible guy. And I thought the allegations were bullshit, and I think his campaign against Elon Musk is founded on half-truths, exaggerations, and misinformation. So I addressed that. And I also trolled him a little bit. But I'm done. I'm over it. I got out of my system. I'm on to the next thing, guys. I love it. Chillricular says it's all about vibes. Indeed. It really is. It really is. Let's see what's going on in chat here, guys. Divide and conquer, that's what they're up to. It does appear, Evie, that this could be a deliberate effort to cause that. Yes. Have you ever had a scary ghost experience, Mr. Steele? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I'd describe them as supernatural. I'm definitely more of a skeptic in that regard, but I saw an unidentified flying object one time. I shared that story before. I think I've told that to you guys. And it happened in Michigan. It happened in Michigan one night. And I met a girl while I was in Michigan. I was there for my grandmother's funeral. After the funeral that evening, I met a young woman out at a night spot. And from there, it was a beautiful summer night, and we went for a long walk on the beach. And she lived right on the beach on Lake Michigan. And as we were walking, we stopped. We had a blanket. We sat on the blanket and started doing what two consenting adults usually do in such a situation. And we just started making out and things like that. And as things were picking up pace, she got on all fours on the blanket. And she turned around and was waiting for me to take things to the next step. And as I was watching the moonlight glisten off of her derriere, I saw something out of the corner of my eye, the corner of my right eye, and I quickly turned and looked up. And I saw this very distinctive looking light. It was 3 different colors, and these 3 different colors were rotating, and it almost looked like an orb of some sort. And the thing that was most unnerving about this sight is it wasn't moving. It was just hovering. You could tell it was moving, but hovering. It wasn't going in any distinct direction until it took a sharp 90-degree turn downward. At this point, I gasped. The young lady, with her hindquarters in the air, turned around and looked at me. I think she saw the fear in my eyes, and then looked up to where my eyes were looking in the sky. And at that moment, the buxom blonde saw the same thing that I did. A tricolored orb taking a 90-degree angle dropped down into the sky before hovering a little while longer. And I'd say that hovering lasted an additional 60 seconds. And during that 60 seconds, we just stood there in shock and silence. Before it took another 90-degree turn off and just shot like a light speed something. I don't know if light speed was quite that fast, but it was really fast. And then it flew out of our peripheral vision, and we just looked at each other, and we didn't know what to say. And we sat there and we talked about it for the next hour. We talked about it for the next hour. And we just couldn't believe it. And I still don't know what to make of it to this day. I consider myself a big skeptic, so I'm not sure what to make of it. But that's what transpired, folks. And no, I was not under the influence of any drugs. I'd never really done drugs. I don't do drugs. And I wasn't even drinking. I don't really drink either. But it's what happened, folks. And to this day, this is many years ago, but to this day, I still don't know what to make of what transpired in that Lake Michigan sky that fateful summer night. And that's the story, folks. That's what happened. So I hope you enjoyed that one, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. You sound like Jack Burton from Big Trouble in Little China. I will take that as a huge compliment. I absolutely love and adore Kurt Russell. He is one of my favorite actors, and Big Trouble in Little China is a phenomenal, phenomenal film. I wish they made more movies like that. I wish there were more men like Kurt Russell in this world. You might need a rest stop, Mr. Theater. You might need it. Maddie, no, I didn't finish the deal, actually. When I was a young man at that time, a very young man, I was a bit trepidatious about such adventures. Not because the adventures weren't an option for me. They always were. I was very idealistic then. I was waiting to fall in love with wife material before participating in such activities. The older I got, that more that idealism kind of faded away. But I still think it's important to retain some level of that, guys. Yes, indeed, indeed. Let me give you guys a couple more Stephen Wright quotes. My theory of evolution is that Darwin was adopted. Sometimes I wish my first word was quote, so that on my deathbed, my last words could be end quote. If you saw a heat wave, would you wave back? My neighbor has a circular driveway. He can't get out. I look like a casual, laid-back guy, but it's like a circus in my head. I got this powdered water. Now I don't know what to add. And last one, guys. Is it weird in here? Or is it just me? I think that one closes it out nicely, don't you? Very, very appropriate. Very appropriate. Maddie Extraordinaire coming through. Maddie Extraordinaire indeed coming through with a $4 super sticker chat. Thank you for that. Offer me a big cup of joe to keep me awake through this twilight hours of Doge After Dark. Thank you, Maddie. Appreciate you. Appreciate this super sticker. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Appreciate that. How come BTC stuck in the 30s? Because we are in the middle of the great reshuffling, my friend. The great reshuffling. Starting to get a little bit yawny. A little bit yawny. Not yawny, yawny. Yanni is, I don't know if he's still alive, but he's isn't he like a soft rock adult contemporary artist? I think so. I think he's like the Fabio of adult contemporary pop music. Did you know that Stephen Wright is an Academy Award winning director? I did not know that. What did Stephen Wright direct? You know what movie I just watched recently that's really funny, and it's written and directed by a man who I've soured on over the years, is Michael Moore. I'm not really a big Michael Moore fan anymore, but I will say in his earliest years, he wrote and directed a movie. Not a documentary, mind you, not a documentary, just a comedy starring John Candy, Stephen Wright, and some other prominent star-studded cast. Ernie, what's his name? He was one of the Ghostbusters. He's in it. Anyway, it's called Canadian Bacon. Canadian Bacon, 1995. Canadian Bacon. And it's really funny. It's really well written. It's very clever. I recommend it. And then when I saw that Michael Moore wrote and directed it, I was really surprised. Like, wow, I gotta hand it to him. This was just some genuinely funny stuff. And right now it's on Amazon Prime for free. You can stream Canadian Bacon, folks. Batman versus Deadpool. Thank you for the $5 super chat, my friend. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. What's up, Steven? How you been? Plus, currently headed to New York for a long drive. A lot of travelers out there today. A lot of hardcore traveling in the Steven Steele community. We've got one man headed on a new mission in his life, a new chapter in his life. The Trio Auricular Theater is moving from the far East Coast to the far West Coast. On the road right now as we speak, as he's streaming Doge After Dark After Hours, and now another one of our staples, Batman versus Deadpool. Says they are currently headed to New York for a long drive. Another driver, another adventure on the big wide road, on the big old highway. It's almost breakfast time. Don't forget to pull over to a diner. Have yourself an omelet, a nice strong cup of coffee, and some well-buttered Texas toast. Yes, my friend. It's totally a perfect song. Thank you, Jessica. I was actually concerned. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. I understand. But thank you for the super chat. Batman versus Deadpool. Much appreciated. Helps me keep the lights on, my friends. Helps keep the food in my belly, the cell phone on, and the content coming. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Stephen Wright directed a short film that won an Academy Award called The Appointments of Doug Jennings. I'm definitely checking that out, Infinite Mind Media. I love Stephen Wright. I wasn't aware of this film, and I'm looking forward to getting to it. So thank you for that. Maddie Extraordinaire chimes in and says, hey, I traveled. I did it. I too have traveled. Spec Sixth, that'd be really weird if you liked Michael Moore and Kurt Russell at the same time and literally cause a tear in the space guidance. I do. Now, I love Kurt Russell. I like Michael Moore in Canadian Bacon, and I kind of like Roger and Me, but after that, particularly after the Bush years, he completely loses relevance. He still has some relevance up until there. After that, it just turns into a into a big fat mess. Yanni is a multi-instrument, avant-garde, long-haired lassie abstract version of 2066 Frank Zappa. That is quite the description, Chillicular Theater. That is very in-depth. Thank you for that. We are actually about to get breakfast. I told you Batman versus Deadpool. You better wrestle up a nice booth and get yourself a nice omelet with some ham, some mushrooms, some tomato, and a big serving of Texas toast. Pancakes are good. I like them hot cakes. Goodness sakes, grab them cakes, put that hot syrup on it, and make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen, gang. Make it happen. In high school, my friend's mom collected all of Yanni's albums. And one time, we found a collection of signed Yanni headshots in her closet. Oh, Yanni. The soothing sounds of Yanni. What do you suppose the soothing sounds of Yanni sounds like? Now, I don't know if I can literally play Yanni without getting in trouble with copyright. But I imagine it probably sounds a little something like this, folks. I imagine if Yanni was here right now, he'd play this number for us. This little number right here for us. Okay, Yanni, let's pick it up here. Next part. All right. I can't do this anymore. It's not what I had in mind. It's not quite cheesy enough. I was trying to find a Yanni replica without violating copyright laws. And that was the best I could do on a moment's notice, which is not very good. That's not very good. Tuco says early Moore was cool and independent, then he went off the deep end. 100% agree, my friend. 100% agree. When I first saw Roger and Me, when I was very young, it moved me. I thought it was a really well done film. And then the more time went on, the more the landscape changed out there. He did as well, and it just really lost me, man. How's it going? Good morning. Jack Boy says, good morning, Jack. Nice to hear from you, my friend. Nice to hear from you. Top five what? Top five what? What are you asking me about? Top five movies? Top five songs? Yanni's top five. Is that what you're asking? Or top five Stevens? Are you asking me who my favorite Stevens are? Like guys named Stevens? Because that would be very difficult to pick a top five Stevens. I mean, Stephen Wright obviously would be in my top five. Maybe Stephen Hawkins. Stephen Stevens. How about that? And Stephen Baldwin. I don't know if that'd be my favorite, but it's a Stephen. And then maybe from my last one it'd be Stephen. I don't know. You guys pick it. You guys pick the last one. Have you ever tried melted mozzarella over a slice of fresh cut red tomato on top of a whole upside down baked portobello showroom? A baked portobello showroom. You gifted artistic, lovable hippie. You chilled regular. I don't know if you should be driving across the country if you are typing sentences like that at the same time. That was very amusing, but did not make sense. Have you ever, I'm going to read this out loud for you, Chill Regular. You got to know how this sounds, my friend. Have you ever tried melted mozzarella over a slice of fresh cut red tomato on top of a whole unpaid upside down, or on top of a whole upside down baked portobello showroom you gifted artistic, lovable hippie you? That is a lot. There's a lot going on there. But now I think I see what you're saying. And as Donnie corrects, showroom with mushroom, which would make a lot more sense. I haven't had it quite like that, but I have had fresh sliced mozzarella on top of fresh sliced tomato with a little bit of sea salt and even a little bit of cilantro to boot. That, my friends, is quite nice, quite nice, quite nice. Spielberg, someone says. Lil Bell. Hey, Lil Bell. Steven Seagal, there we go. Now there comes some Stevens. I don't really like Stephen Colbert anymore. I used to like Stephen Colbert back in the day for the Colbert Report. I thought that was pretty funny overall. But since he went solo as a night show host, I think he's really bad. Just don't find him amusing whatsoever. Steve Irwin, of course. How could we not have put Steve Irwin on our top 5 favorite Steves. I apologize for that. I love Steve Irwin. I love Steve Irwin. How could we not put Steve Irwin in our top 5 favorite Steves? How? How could we do it, folks? How could we do it, folks? I love Steve Irwin. The legend of Steve Irwin will always live on in our hearts.
What good is a fast car, a flash house, and a gold-plated dunny to me? Absolutely no good at all. I've been put on this planet to protect wildlife and wilderness areas, which in essence is going to help humanity. I want to have the purest oceans. I want to be able to drink water straight out of that creek. I want to stop the ozone layer. I want to save the world. And you know, money's great. I can't get enough money. And you know what I'm going to do with it? I'm going to buy wilderness areas with it. Every single cent I get goes straight into conservation. And guess what, Charles? I don't give a rip whose money it is, mate. I'll use it and I'll spend it on buying land.
That is awesome. Epic speech towards the sentiments towards the end of the life of the great Steve Irwin from the Outback, mate. It's at this kind of moment I wish we had Aussie Samantha with us. But I can only ask so much of my Australian co-host. She was on earlier tonight on Steele Live. It was Aussie Sam and Doge Boy. If you haven't seen that show, folks, you gotta watch it. At least watch the first hour with Doge Boy. Doge Boy is the kid who crashed the Bitcoin convention. Yes, it is the kid who crashed the Bitcoin convention with the tearaway pants and screamed to the moon on the stage. You guys, you got to check it out. The interview is just fascinating and amusing and in depth. Definitely going to have him back. Chilluricular. Steve McQueen, good one. Steve Buscemi. You guys are coming through with the big Steves. The Steves I really like now. Steve McQueen, Steven Seagal. Steve McQueen particularly. Steve McQueen would be my number one Steve. I like Steven Seagal, but I like him more like in a comedy way, unintentional comedy. Just because I think he's really ridiculous. But Steve Buscemi, of course. Steve Martin, oh my gosh. How could I not have listed these brilliant men? How could I have not listed these brilliant men? Steve-O, not a big fan. I could do without Steve-O. But if I had to rewrite my top 5 Steves, it would be Steve McQueen at the top. Steve Martin for sure. Steve Irwin. Maybe Steven Spielberg for all the films I've loved that he's given us. And Steve Buscemi would be my last one. How do you do, fellow kids? How do you do, fellow Steven Steele Live members? Yeah, I would definitely pick Steve Buscemi for my last and final favorite Steve. For my last and final favorite Steve. You know, we have a lot of fun on these after-hour sessions, don't we? And it's funny because they are some of the least populated of all the streams that I do because of the hours that they are. And it's a shame because I think we have a lot of fun on these extra hours ones, don't we? Steve Carroll, yeah. Stephen King. I like some Stephen King books, but as a person, I think he's become pretty annoying. But I like my favorite Stephen King movie is Christine, about the haunted killer car. Steve Harvey's good. Steve Harvey particularly makes a great host for Family Feud, doesn't he? I feel like he was born for that role. I feel like his whole career was building up to be the ultimate Family Feud host. Steve Carell, of course. Favorite Steve Carell movie? I don't know, maybe 40-Year-Old Virgin. Oh, man, guys. Rain. Good to see you, Rain. Dylan, of course, good to see you. And Dylan McDougall is from Australia. Very good, Dylan. I think I knew that. I think I knew that once before. But good on you, man. Good on you, mate. Good to see you, Dylan. Stephen Patrick Morrissey. All right. That's right. Morrissey's first name is technically Stephen. A fun fact that it's so easy to forget because he never went by his real first name, which is my real first name, Morrissey. I love Morrissey. In fact, I think I like Morrissey more than the Smiths. I loved Morrissey's original hits. They're so good. Suede Head. Every Day is Like Sunday. Don't even get me singing those songs. Christine was definitely my fave Stephen King flick. I know. Honestly, I feel like I need to watch that right now. I need to watch Christine right now. Steve, you dropped Steven right from the list. Yeah, it's late, guys. You guys gave me so many good Steves, and now it's hard for me to even keep track now. You gave me so many good Steves that top 5 Steve list is no longer achievable. I feel like we're at like a top 8. It has to extend to a top 8 list now. Who are your top 8 favorite Steves? Who are your top 8 favorite Steves? Harvey did bring a new approach to Family Feud, kind of needed it. Yeah, I like the old school too, but yeah, you're right. It did need it. It was time. Feel those yawns initially start coming in, guys. How about that? Cowabunga, dude. Remember that's a thing people would say based on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Cowabunga, dude. Cowabunga, dudes. All right, gang. I don't know how much longer I'm going to go, guys. I've been on almost 2 hours for you. It's going on about 5:30 a.m. here. Not that I'm tired yet. I'm not tired yet. I've just been streaming like a maniac. Like a maniac. Online. And I've never streamed like this till the end of time. I'm a maniac, maniac online. Stevie Wonder, obviously brilliant, obviously incredible, obviously a musical genius. But I think I was just forced to hear Stevie Wonder music so often growing up that as an adult, I just don't enjoy it as much. Montrose, Rock Candy is a great tune, yes. All right, gang. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, what are you doing? Subscribe, hit that notification bell. Make sure you hit all on the notification bell because this content is predominantly live streaming. And as you guys know, I'm a night owl, and sometimes I will stream at the most unconventional times imaginable. So the only way you will not miss those unconventional streams is via notification. So the notification bell, you want to hit all on the notification bell. And if you've already subscribed, hit all on the notification bell. I can't emphasize how important that is, guys. I just called to say I'm pregnant. I just called to say how much I care. Bro, if I had the time, I'd be cutting these little sound bites and songs into little comedic shorts called. I don't know if I'm that funny. I just called to say I'm pregnant. I just called to give your ass a scare. I just called to say I'm pregnant 'cause you dated someone else. I don't think that's fair. That could be a song, a parody version of that song about a crazy chick that won't leave you alone, right? She tries to sabotage you, and I just called to say I'm pregnant. Chill Auricular, tipping $10. Love it. Thank you for that, Chill. Thank you for the $10 dono via Stream Elements. It's not often I get those Stream Elements super chats anymore, so I appreciate that. For today's winner, a free basic Steven Steele Show membership raffle. So I guess you're offering a month free membership. Well, who do you want it to go to, Chill? You're the one that's donoing it. Maddie Extraordinaire, I just happened to wake up. Good morning again and welcome back, I guess, Maddie. Not sure how I feel about you falling asleep while viewing my show, but I guess I'm glad you're back. And songs into little. Oh, yeah, folks. So we are at 6:35 in the morning where I am. And if you are out on that West Coast tip, you are at 3:30 a.m. The only thing you should be doing right now, if you're truly in California and awake at 3 a.m., is listening to your man, Steven Steele, Real Deal Steven Steele, and eating animal style In-N-Out burger with the animal style fries. Those are the only two things you should be doing simultaneously right now if you're in California. If you're on the East Coast, you are truly a trooper. It is 6:35 in the morning, and you're just as crazy as me. Congratulations. Guys, tonight, 9:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. And you may be asking yourself, what is it that shouldn't I miss? An opportunity of a lifetime. Okay, not quite, but it's going to be a great show. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be your man, Real Deal Steven Steele. But not only that, it doesn't stop there. It's going to be Coco Chanel Adair. Coco Chanel Adair, the one and only. She is lovely. She is beautiful. And she will be on Steven Steele Live as my co-host for tomorrow night. And then also, who else? Who else is going to be here tomorrow? Tomorrow night, we're going to have a guest that you've never seen before, folks. A guest that you've never heard before on Steven Steele Live. I'm going to tell you who that guest is. I'm going to share with you who that guest is. And I'm going to pull it up on the screen here. Yeah, that's right. You're going to find out. It is the one and only Doge. Doge. Look at that, gang. Your man, Steven Steele, at 9:45 p.m. tomorrow night, Saturday Night Live, with special guests Coco Chanel Adair and Doge. Doge, who only speaks in Doge language, which will be absolutely hilarious. And you will be able to ask questions of Doge and just really, really get into it. BTC just jumped. That's cool. I just called to say your Bitcoin, it's doing a little better than before. I just called to say your Bitcoin, it might reach a big 3-4. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, guys. The beat is cool in the background. Thank you, Rain. Thank you. Appreciate it. But wait, there's more. Oh, yeah. Guys, you have been fantastic. This has been wonderful. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in. I love you guys. And let's keep growing this community. Let's keep growing the good vibes. Spread the good vibes. Let's stay positive. And listen, take it from your man, Real Deal Steven Steele. Make sure you don't give those toxic Twitter spaces too much of your ear and time. I'm not saying you got to stay out of them altogether. But you know what I mean. There's just be very discretive about the content you're ingesting in those spaces. Please, for the love of God, I implore you. But yes, Coco Chanel, if she's in a space, if she's speaking, I endorse. I love Coco Chanel Adair. I have a good relationship with her. She's a sweetheart, and she knows she's on the right side of the tracks. She knows what's going on. Guys, thanks again. Oh, and if you're interested in joining membership, memberships are now available in 3 tiers. As of just last week, this is exciting. The memberships that we're growing out and the extras that will be featured in the memberships. The extras content is going to continually be developing and all that stuff. So you just press join. You press join on the screen or join on the home channel page of this YouTube channel, and you can figure it out from there, guys. So thanks again, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I'm just going to leave it at that. And I hope you guys have a great day today. And try to take it easy. Try to take it easy on yourself. All right. Gang, thanks again. This is Steele signing out.